Okay, I think that's it. So let's get back to work now.
I guess.
Lots of
You mean
that.
like Gene wearing wigs during a very serious segment?
I'm not wearing a wig.
It's business. We told you about it.
It's my business wig.
So, Gene, we haven't checked in with you in a while.
Yes.
It's been a little bit.
Been a bit.
What are we looking at here?
New suit.
A new suit from the lovely Heather Penn.
Yes.
He's got quite an interesting run.
Yes. Well, he's wearing wellies, so.
Right, he's wearing wellies. He doesn't really have a dedicated helmet. It's kind of embedded.
No. Yeah. He's kind of a stiff boy.
Yeah. So.
Or girl.
Or yeah, either. Right.
Yes.
So you get the suit, you bring it into here, and you start animating all of. You make it alive.
Yes. I get the suit, put the skeleton in it,
Right.
skin it, so it's like yay. And
Let's zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Nice. Right? Now
Yeah.
you can do all these sorts of fun things.
all the squats.
Calisthenics.
Yeah. And then I animate. I usually start with the idle.
Which I saw these and they're awesome.
Your face is awesome.
I mean, yeah. That too.
Yes. So, yes, I usually pick an idle pose, one that I feel like fits the character, and then you have idle variations where they're checking the suit.
Yeah, this one's cool because this suit can't really look down at its
Yeah.
chest. It's like
If you imagine a head in there, they're just kind of looking down, but the helmet can't really move. So he's feeling for things.
Nice.
There's checking tubes. Yep.
Same sort of thing.
I saw them as pockets. So they have pockets, but with can't hold their change.
Yeah, no. It's just they're hand holders.
Yes.
They're holsters.
Holster, yes.
Hand holsters.
Yes, for finger guns. Pew pew. Although he doesn't have enough bones to,
He can't actually
do that.
do
He has to do this.
this.
Pew pew pew.
Nice.
But yes, I have different. Oh, I could also show you the other suit too.
I think we're gonna hold off on that
Okay.
one. Let's tease the people on that.
Oh,
one.
okay.
That one's a secret suit.
That one's
Not that this one isn't. This one's
Yeah.
also secret, but
yes.
less so now, clearly.
You'll just blur all this out.
Right, there's all these animations that people don't necessarily think about
Yes.
that should all be custom, right? Like
That
if
should
you're-
be yes. So he has run with the tool.
Yep.
The tool is added in the engine, but I just put it here so I can see.
Yeah, what it looks like while it's
Yes.
bobbing around.
To make sure it's not like going like. Wee.
It should be.
Sorry. That's what animators do. Like half the time, it's like
You just
no one's
like-
watching. You're like. "Ee, woo." And then someone looks over and you're like,
Oh yeah, totally. Uh-huh. This one's, I think, attributed to Radiated, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, so it's based off of, hazmat-ish.
A Toxic Planet.
Yes.
Cool.
Toxic.
All right. Sweet.
But yeah, that's my job.
Thanks for showing it off.
It's a great fake job.
It's a good job.
It's a good fake job, yeah.
Yeah. It's
mean,
Thanks,
I'm-
Gene. Appreciate it. Have fun with your good fake job. This week has been pretty chill. We launched our little update, our follow-up to the excavation update last week with some fixes. We fortunately introduced a new bug, which Elijah's actually working on right now, regarding canisters. Right now, I think we're probably going to do a hotfix early next week, which should be cool. So yeah, we're getting ready for our next content update. I can say that with assurance that there's going to be some new content in the game, which I'm very excited for. I won't say anything about it. December is our 1-year anniversary. It's the 1-year anniversary of launching early access for Astroneer. And so we have a bunch of really cool stuff planned. What does that sound? Get that thing, get it out of here. You have to wait a little bit later in the month to see what we're actually cooking up right now. Although I will say that it might be related to something that some people have found on Barren recently. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. That might be a tease for what's coming in December. Let's just say that. No, it's get out of here. Okay, I think the great annoying sound saga is over. So this week we're gonna do a Q&A. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of a different format. So I don't just have one person. I'm just gonna try and like bother as many people as I can with questions. I'm gonna go do that now. It should be good. I think some people are ready for me, so. I have a screen now. Then the expectations go up. Okay, nice. Okay, so the question is, I'm sorry for the person who asked this question. I don't have your name. I'll put it in the video. The question is, with vehicle modularity in mind, why do the new rover models still appear to be not modular at all?
Okay. So as far as like vehicle modularity goes, that's really just kind of talking about customization of the vehicle itself. And so we kind of decided to move towards this model where we can do really cool, unique platforms for the vehicles that provide a lot of options for customization.
Yes.
Rather than like doubling down on being a contraption builder where you're like sticking individual wheels on. Like this gives us the freedom to do things like the monster truck rover, which might not have been compatible with other things, but because it's this cool beefy platform and you can still slot where your seat goes or what modules you put on it and things like that, it still has this awesome balance of customization and modularity while still also looking kind of unique and fun, and it doesn't lock us into anything.
Right, so that's the sort of very pointed thing that we need to be clear is that like Astroneer's vehicles are not going to be this like contraption builder where you make these huge monstrosities.
Right.
At least not now. And so instead we'll have some like cool, unique base sort of platforms, much like bases themselves. And you'll be able to customize them at your will and like do different stuff with them.
Yeah.
And like with our current system, like you could make a purely storage large thing. You could make something that's a more of a mining vehicle, like, and all the things we're going to be adding are going to expand on those ideas.
Yeah, I think it's thinking about it more as a platform for customization rather than like customizing the platform itself. And I think that's where the strength of the game lies, which is, like you said, making a mining rover versus a storage rover versus a transport rover, and even just having the one platform that does all of that as you swap things in and out.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the fun is going to really come into play.
Nice. Okay, cool. Thanks for answering the question.
Yeah, no problem.
What now, since we're going to, the part of the change for the Q&A that I want to do is like,
Surprise.
yeah, I completely surprise you, and I'm like, hey, so what are you doing right now? And
Okay.
can you talk about it? Actually, maybe not. You can't. So
I'm
Yeah.
working on new art, so
Yes.
there's that.
Right. Okay. There we
Yeah.
go. That's exciting. New art things that we can't tell you about right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But soon.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Time to answer one question,
One question.
maybe two.
So should only take about 2 hours?
This question is this one's from Timo Support,
Oh, Timo.
a little League of Legends fan out there. Okay, so the question is, are you planning on making a more diverse recipe book? Instead of all one element, items that require some metal, some compound, some resin, for instance, or even having to refine a resource more than once?
That's a good question. The super short answer is that's definitely something that we're really interested in a lot of different ways. Kind of some of the examples that you're giving with mixed cost recipes, there's a lot of potential there. On a really simple scale, you can imagine rovers needing a little bit of rubber in addition to some structural material like compound or resin.
Right.
Kind of rely on us expanding our resource matrix, right? We've got a pretty limited set, pretty much just everything that we shipped with, even minus some things that were experimental before shipping. And I think it's safe to say that our resource system and our kind of crafting system has probably received the least amount of attention over the last year. And so that's definitely an area that's kind of been in the eaves for getting a lot more love. Yeah, maybe you have to refine something multiple times and put it into more refined states. Something that we've been looking at for a while is having sort of complex resources, where instead of having a linear malachite refines into copper, you might have a resource that takes different mixed ingredients to make a more complex resource. And I mentioned rubber earlier. That's one where we could see rubber maybe being something that takes a little bit of resin and a little bit of organic. The catalyzer is sort of a first step in that direction. Right now it's limited to hydrazine, and it's just the one ingredient type, but our hope is that that can turn into something that has sort of the complex resource equivalent of the smelter, where you have mixed recipes and then you can get these more complex resources out of it.
Got it. So that's where like all chemical processes happen after that
Yeah,
sort of thing. Got it.
yeah, that's at least the plan right now. But I think it's safe to say, whatever form this ends up taking, we definitely want to add more complexity into the system than what is visible right now.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. I'll let you get back to it. Okay. So let's take this segment from the top. We're having a beer here. And we have this new thing now where in our Discord we have a channel where people can ask questions and people upvote them and stuff. So we can just go through these right now and just pick out some stuff. The one from Tyler is pretty good.
Yeah, so Tyler asks, who voice acted made all the sounds for the Astroneers jumping and the low oxygen noises? So all that was done by Riley. Especially, I think the voice acting. I think it was him yelling into pillows and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So
making weird noises by himself in his room and stuff.
Yep. So all our sound effects and Foley is done by Riley.
This one's a long one. It's from XTilly, and it's basically about rare event sandstorms and visual stuff flying around in the game. So basically, are there going to be like random rare events?
Yeah, so that's one of the things, I don't know if you've already mentioned it, but one of the things that Andrew has started working on recently, there are more kind of dynamic world events we want to happen, not just the one sandstorm. That was kind of our first example of something we could do, but there are certainly more interesting environmental events that we want to happen, and also creature stuff that we want to happen, right? And so these are some of the first things that we're trying to prototype out and play with.
This one's about dedicated servers.
Okay, yeah.
When dedicated servers are released, will we be able to host our own servers, or will it start off via a hosting company?
So we will have to look through the best way to support all the different scenarios. One of the things that makes it very easy for us is if it's hosted by a hosting company. The deployment just becomes very easy. Essentially we just give them a binary build and they're able to put it up. They provide resources to help out with that. So being a small team, that's attractive to us because it makes it easy for us because we get support from them and there's less QA involved because they kind of do some of that work themselves. But depending on what you guys want, voice your opinions and we can try working towards one or the other. The very first step is just getting dedicated servers even up and running. So in development mode, it's like I'll just run dedicated server on my machine and Carl will connect from his or vice versa. And so it's just very bare bones right now, just getting things up and running. You're ruining the show!
God damn it. Everyone's really mad at you right now.
Sorry.
No, they're not. It's
Not that sorry. A little sorry.
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 Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry. SOOORY.
Okay, last question. And
Last question, that's it.
This one's calling our bluff a little bit.
Okay.
This one's from Ice Fang. If we breathe through tethers, why are we affected by poison gas? Seeing as gas needs to be breathed in to take effect.
That's just game world. That's just how it works. Those are the rules of the world we made, and so that's how that does that.
Brendan wants to answer this. He's coming over.
That's my answer.
It's all actually acid. You're being melted.
Ooh, okay. So it's not gas, or it is gas, but it's got acid in it, which is hurting
It's
you.
vaporized acid.
Ah.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. right now, Adam, we have a very serious question that just came up from the community.
Yeah.
And the community asks, what was your life like living as one of the glamorous ones?
It was glamorous. That's why I was one of the glamorous ones, because I lived a glamorous life. But now I play other people's indie games while I'm at our indie company.